अम्बेडकर नगर के एकडल गांव के रहने वाले विपिन देव यादव ने यूपीएससी परीक्षा में 316वीं रैंक हासिल की है। उन्होंने अपने परिवार और क्षेत्र का नाम रोशन किया है। विपिन देव चौकीदार राजाराम यादव के बेटे हैं। इस खुशी के मौके पर गांव में जश्न का माहौल है। अम्बेडकर नगर के ही रहने वाले पुरु दुबे ने भी यूपीएससी परीक्षा में 86वां रैंक हासिल किया है।
Mr. Puru Dubey.
Yes, sir.
Puru, you're comfortable, relaxed, and English is going to be your preferred medium.
Yes.
So let us start. Puru, I can see, I would like to inform my fellow board members that Puru is basically from Ambedkar Nagar, Uttar Pradesh. Also that he has done his graduation from IIT BHU in civil engineering. It was in year 2021. What are you doing since then?
Sir, right from then I've been preparing for UPSC CSE and I've taken 4 attempts into UPSC, and this is also my 3rd appearance in the interview.
Okay, so Puru, you did your IIT BHU civil engineering. I can see that you were what? 9.4, 9.5 ranker? CGPA 9.5, right? I've been to this beautiful campus in IIT BHU and I understand that being a gold medalist from IIT BHU means a lot. You are 9.45 CGPA.
Yes.
And this is a wonderful engineering institution.
Yes.
Still failed in giving its own civil engineering graduate topper confidence to appear in the civil services examination with the same subject from which you graduated from IIT BHU, 9.45 CGPA. Tell me what happened wrong, where this institution failed in imparting bit confidence in its own toppers.
Sir, I do not see it as a failure.
No, it's not your failure, it's IIT BHU's failure.
Sir, even IIT BHU's failure. I did like studying about civil engineering, but the decision to choose a different optional in the UPSC civil services exam.
Civil engineering is available.
Yes.
It's available, one of the options.
Yes, but I chose a different one, sociology as the optional, purely out of prudence and the exposure that I did not have about humanities subject. I found out that sociology has a great deal of overlap with the general studies papers, and the guidance is easily accessible, and the syllabus was something that I was comfortable with. I also thought that I would have the opportunity to learn something new, because civil engineering itself was something that had happened to me accidentally, and because of my rank in the JEE Advanced, and due to my sincerity and my discipline, I developed a taste for it. So I thought, why not a new discipline?
Okay, let us discuss civil engineering for a while. What are the ways of increasing workability of concrete? Methods of increasing workability of concrete?
So there are 2 ways that I can think of. The first would be increasing the water content of the concrete. So the second would be using specific chemicals which are called as plasticizers or super plasticizers, which enhance the workability of the concrete.
What made you assume that I am talking about the cement concrete and not the bituminous concrete? What was wrong in my question that you made an assumption that I'm talking about concrete cement and not, cement concrete and not bituminous concrete? You can't increase the workability of bituminous concrete by adding water. There is no water in bituminous concrete.
Sir, usually workability in cement concrete is generally talked about, and in bituminous concrete, workability is not something that is generally talked about. Instead, we talk about...
Is that not a factor in road construction?
It is indeed a factor, but the crucial factor that is taken cognizance of in bituminous concrete is the degree of viscosity grading of the bituminous material that is being used, and not workability of the concrete.
Puru, you have taken sociology as your optional. If you look at the current sociological processes that's going on, you must have studied about religion, you must have studied about sects, you must have studied about cults. And we do see all these 3 operating parallelly in our society nowadays. Can you just differentiate between the 3 and tell me which one is more dangerous for the society? The religion, the sect, and the cult.
So before answering such a question, I would like to clarify that these 3 terms are Western imports, and they developed due to specific historical conditions in the Western society. Religion was understood as an institutionalized religion, and something like Christianity or Islam or Jew religion. Sects were those groups which broke off away from the institutionalized religions and developed a new way of thinking. They were quite insular, and in sociology we also say that the marginalized section had developed new sects for better representation in these religions. Cults are seen as innovations in religion, in that they combine different elements of a variety of religions, and they are quite open in nature, and it would be difficult to call them religion in strictest sense also, because they work and operate like entrepreneurial ventures, to say. As far as the dangerous nature of religion or sect or cult is concerned, I don't think they are inherently dangerous. Some cults in the history may have professed about the end of the world, or may have encouraged their followers to.
Can you just give me examples from Indian society? This is the example of religion, this is the example of sect, this is the example of cult currently.
I'm sorry, sir, in the Indian context, the terms sects and cult and religion do not apply.
Is Arya Samaj a sect of Hindu religion?
One sect that comes to my mind is the Ramakrishna Mission, as a sect that developed in India in the 19th century. Cult, I would say the Osho movement, the Rajneesh movement would be better fit into this cult. And religion, as we can, Hinduism, Islam, Christianity.
Fine, thank you. So,
good afternoon, Puru. Your name sounds very mythological.
Sir, indeed it is very.
What does it refer to?
Sir, it means plenty or many. And regarding mythology, it has various connotations. In the Rig Veda, there is a particular mention of a clan, Puru, which partakes in the Dasrajan War and is on the losing side. Later we are told that this clan would have matrimonial alliance with the Kuru clan, which would with the Bharat clan, and which would later on become the Kuru clan.
What about the name cropping up in my mind, Pururava? You are aware of that personality?
Sir, I'm not aware of Pururava.
Okay, you will read about it. Forget. Is sociology a science or an art?
Sir, it's a complex debate that has been part of sociological discourse in the 20th century. While sociology started out as a scientific venture trying to understand society in a systematic and through a quantitative way, but later sociologists agreed that the ways of the natural science do not strictly apply to sociology. So sociology was refashioned as a science in spirit and not in letter. But I would also like to bring to your notice that the debate whether something is a science or not has somewhat become redundant in the present times. People argue that science, ascribing a discipline to science, reflects the inherent power structure of the intellectual circles of the society, and something that should also be looked into.
But there are thinkers in sociology, right from Comte, you start with him, and then Durkheim and others, who have been saying that this is a scientific study of society. Do they not say that?
They did say that. In fact, Comte wanted to create a scientific discipline out of society. Emile Durkheim, for that matter, also went on that line. This was how sociology began, because those were the days of the triumph of the natural sciences, when everything could be explained by it. However, as sociology matured, it developed a much more rational understanding, and many more discourses came to being in sociology.
Does sociology use hard data for its conclusions?
So sociology does use various hard data, and by using quantitative methods such as surveys, questionnaires, which create and census method, which provides us itself various data points for quantitative analysis. So yes, sociology does.
How this sociological analysis can help governments or administrations to improve the economy and the social cohesion within a society?
So sociology as a discipline allows us to study society as it is, and in that way it can be very instructive for the administration to understand the very nature of the Indian society and the problems and the direction in which the Indian society is moving. I'll take one example. For instance, the reality of caste in India. Sociology does inform us how caste has mutated and transformed into various domains of life, and this could be very instructive for the administration to craft policies for the development. Even in economy, if you say, caste does play a role not just in government institutions but also in private institutions, and that can be instructive for us as we try to move towards a much more just and equitable society.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Puru.
Good afternoon, sir.
What are those sectors where government of India has allowed 100% FDI in last 1 week or so?
Sir, I can remember of only one sector, which is the insurance sector, where the government has increased the FDI from earlier 74% to 100%.
There is one more sector, the atomic energy.
I was not aware of the exact details of the.
Second is atomic energy. I mean, what would be the intention of government for going ahead with the atomic energy 100% FDI? Do they want to privatize it to a full extent? And do you feel that this can lead to some kind of a misuse? Or will government have a hold on it? I mean, what do you think should be the policy of India in this regard?
Sir, your question has many parts, so I'll try to answer sequentially. For a first, the intention of the government wants to push nuclear energy as one of the key components of the energy sector in India. We have seen substantial gains in renewable energy, but its intermittency creates problem of baseline energy in the India's power sector, and having nuclear energy which provides round the clock investments, round the clock energy source will be beneficial. As far as increasing the FDI is concerned, it is required because so far in India only the public sector agency, that is the NPCIL, has held control or has participated in the atomic energy. In India does not have as of now private sector which are mature enough to participate in the nuclear energy, allowing FDI with significant joint venture with the public sector would enable the transfer of technology, the transfer of expertise, as well as the key components of the small modular reactors that we are trying to push in the country. As far as what should be the policy of the government, a complete privatization I don't think the government has in mind. Government is looking for a joint venture, sort of joint venture move between the NPCIL and the private sectors, which would involve the key operations will be controlled by the NPCIL, because nuclear energy is also a very a sector where safety is a huge concern, as well as the national security of the country is a concern. But certainly private sector will be allowed in manufacturing of various components and the supply of nuclear fuels.
Tell me something about blockchain technology.
So blockchain is a decentralized ledger-based technology which is used to verify transactions through various nodes distributed across geographies. Blockchain has various applications, primarily being the cryptocurrencies, as well as ensuring verification or cyber secure verification of the various transactions on the internet, as well as ensuring immutability of records.
Why do you think the Bitcoin value is much more in comparison to other coins?
So you'll have to pardon me on this because I'm a novice in financial sectors, but I think Bitcoin had an early start, and but I'm not very sure.
What is NFT?
So NFT stands for non-fungible tokens. It is an asset which is held digitally and which is not fungible, which means that it cannot be duplicated.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, Puru.
Good afternoon, sir.
So it was really nice listening to you. Puru, tell me one thing. There has been demand by some quarters in India to delete the term socialist and secular from Indian constitution. It is also claimed that it is not the original part of Indian constitution. Apart from political rhetorics, what is your take on this demand?
Sir, although socialist and secular were not the original terms included in the original constitution, but India always had been socialist and secular in spirit. The reason that the founding fathers and mothers did not include socialism and secularism into the original constitution was because the terms had Western connotations and were also implicated into the great power rivalry of the Cold War. But India does have a socialism of its own kind as well as secularism of its own kind. If you ask my opinion, I'm not in the favor of deleting the term because we have our own terms and we have our own understanding of the term, and we are secularist as well as socialist in some sense to the core.
Okay. In North India,